remember, viewers, this is not the place you come to for facts. I just want you to make this clear that we are not the place of critical thought and qualitative analysis. That's not what we're doing.
We don't have that. We don't have facts. We just have opinion.
And so obviously women are good at yakking and saying irrelevant shit and complaining and wanting more rights, blah blah blah, whatever. And men beast shit out in the real world and the virtual world.
I love how your wife is just walking about doing the housework in the background as you're saying this thing.
Shut up! You are painting this picture with the incorrect brush.
Late night at PSN or whatever. You know what I mean?
Don't bump your head, baby.
Are we getting our first pumpkin? Is that what's going on here? Anyway,
Okay, no, you got to explain that. That was before the show, I think. Explain that. Halt everything to explain the reference.
I was a part of a podcast known as Painkiller already, and if this situation came up in that podcast, we would have to see if oral sex could be performed under the table while the podcast was happening.
I don't think that's on the cards.
Well, you never know unless you ask. What can you get told? No?
If getting head while you're on the shitter is called a blumpkin, getting head while on a podcast, is that called a pumpkin? Could we do that?
You could be onto something here.
Yeah.
Break your pumpkin cherry.
It is Halloween tomorrow after all anyway.
Like they would leave their PlayStation on, the camera eye sitting in the living room, and they're over there railing their wife on the couch, and they're still streaming.
It's a common mistake, Jordy. You just get done live streaming and start boning. If we did the show live, that might happen. If I sometimes I have sex with the wife right here in front of all of them while we're still talking. It's really weird. It's disgusting. I don't know why you guys stick around for that every day. But
I would love to see that in 60 FPS,
Yeah. It wouldn't be cinematic enough in 30 frames a second.
No.
I'd need to see all the fat moving.
I need to see each individual bead of sweat running down your face.
You need 1080p resolution for that.
Color correction.
It ain't a real erection if it's not in 60 FPS.
Yeah.
It's a shame because all you have to do is put a motherfucking sound on it. Don't take that little square box away. Pop it up in the middle of my fucking screen. Like, yeah, you fucked all the bitches today. That's all I'm asking for. So I can show it off.
Gabe, listen. All you need, right? All Steam needs is a sign that comes up and say, "You fucked all the bitches today, pimp." Done.
You can use the soundbite if you want. Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, it's free.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
We may charge royalties, actually.
When you
on second thought.
achieve it on Steam, wouldn't you rather see like something big pop up and like on
Not a bit of a
Xbox?
CS:GO game. No, I'm trying to soundhole my fucking opponents.
Yeah.
I play on PlayStation 4 with. He is so try hard. He's got a 5.8 KD now on Battlefield 4. He has a laptop set at his feet so he can get onto the little battle log and watch the mini map on the big full screen of his laptop while he's playing.
Hey, that's taking it next level,
Wow.
I bet he only plays on teams with a commander. I bet he's one of those guys. Like, I won't play Conquest Large unless our team has a commander.
He probably is the commander while he's playing on his iPad next to him.
And I've literally put less time on my Xbox One than I have my toaster. I've used my toaster longer than I've used my Xbox One.
I don't even like toast.
And Xbox is slowly destroying all resale value of this giant paperweight VCR-looking thing I have in my living room. Hey, that Kinect kicks ass. I can't on my PlayStation. I always miss. I can go Bing, search big titties, and the shit pops right up.
I usually just yell that out loud and my wife comes.
I'm yelling it out loud too, but ain't nobody filming with the Xbox.
Parents love value. They like to think they're getting more for their money. Well, it's the same thing. It's an Xbox. It's just as good. He had that Xbox 360 he played all the time. I'm sure he'll love this. Fuck you, Mom. You don't know anything. You're not a real gamer, Mom.
To be perfectly honest, I like the Xbox One interface better than the PS4's.
What?
I think
Do you own an iPhone too? Is that why?
Those are some fighting words.
Eddie sending rage messages is more important than the game itself. as far as I'm concerned. Like from my perspective looking at him, like this is the most important thing to him, because regardless of how he's playing or what's going on in the game, he needs to have that attack onto the other players in the game that he hates. That's the most important thing for him to do. And if you take that away, you might as well not even have the whole system. It was a waste of time.
See, I putting my paranoia tin hat on, I think that they did it deliberately. I think they slowed down the message system.
The NSA was watching you. They knew preemptively.
No, so
that's why there's no playthrough speakers and headset, and why trolling.
I hate that bullshit. I hate that.
Yeah. You're onto something there, Eddie. I think Xbox One hates fucking trollers.
No, but it's true. I mean, we laugh about it, like we all do it. We're all YouTubers, but it does barely work. Like, if you like a 5 million sub vlogging channel, and it just didn't work, and you couldn't earn your $5,000 that day, do you know what I mean?
Squeezing random girls' asses on the street.
Yeah. Like, if you want to fall asleep, listen to the next 2 minutes of what I'm going to say very, very closely. You'll be out like a light. Okay? So, 1080p high, 1080p and 1080i are two different things.
Twitch is banning titties?
Yeah,
Twitch
did you not know
banning
this?
Titties.
I won't be able to stream shirtless anymore. This is terrible. Because I go to Twitch looking for them, and it's hard to find for me. They're 1 out of 10 at best.
They don't put titty cam in the title, Frito?
Why don't they have a titty tab? They have a tab for each and every fucking game that's been out for the last 30 years. You can just scroll all the way down. Can I just have tits up front and center? Can you be a little bit more honest about what we're selling here?
Just have a little playlist, that community. Like, these are the girl streamers.
Yeah, and maybe categories Asian, blonde, brunette.
Yeah.
Tit size from A to D. That would be really helpful,
If you use that term, fucking a really fat black chick would be better than fucking a skinny chick, because she has more inertia on the backward thrust, because she has a wider range of motion.
Well, maybe wider range of motion means more flexibility, and you can put both her legs behind her head, and actually stand on you and do some sort of trapeze shit.
I think we know who we have to pick as the guest for next week. We have to find this girl.
She's out there. She probably streams on Twitch, so I'll have to be covered up now. But
I don't understand how that Minecraft shit just went off. Like, I've watched Syndicate's Minecraft stuff. That shit is beyond boring. I'd rather watch old people fuck in the nursing home. I mean,
which you say it like it's a bad thing.
All I was envisioning while you were saying that, Brian, is Picard from that film, the Star Trek film where they fight the Borg, and he's like smashing all the little ships in his captain's room, and he's like, no, the Borg keep advancing, and we fall back, and we fall back. The line must be drawn here. No further! Like, that's what I was hearing. Was you giving them...
we draw a line here, no farther.
Yeah, you were going to get the fucking dry cleaning and shit. Like, oh, this is the Guardian of the Galaxy right here. Let me go and pick him up.
It's like that Taco Bell commercial. Our savior has arrived, and he's slurping on the fucking drink at the end.
I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
That's a terrible fucking story, and it's a terrible game with a terrible gaming mechanic. You should be ashamed, Bungie. You should donate that money to like a charity that you ripped out of people's pockets.
Agreed. Yeah.
Agreed.
You're worse than Hitler, basically. You're worse than Bungie. You're worse than Hitler. Jordan, 2014.
This is what I don't get. I'm sorry. I know y'all ripped Bungie.
No, you haven't yet on the show, so feel free.
It has $500 million motherfucking dollars. There is third world countries that run on less of a budget. There's two things that you don't want to get me started on: feminism and religion.
You're welcome here.
Feminism. But, all right, if you're a woman, and I don't know how many women listen to this podcast, 0.5.
Half of one. She's
That's
just a
generous.
torso.
If you know women that might be listening to the podcast while you're listening to it in the room.
Do you hate women, Geordie? Is that why?
Do you want to
I look at it
objectify
like
them?
this one. I'm about to spend 40 hours staring at the ass of this character. I really want to stare at a man's.
Fair enough.
Where does it say this in the Bible? Because the book I read says, all the shit exists.
Well said.
I wish it would be that easy with women, you know. Bam, we're there.
Is that how they translate the Bible in the South? They just annex the entire
here's how they translate the Bible in the South. They buy one, they sit it on the fucking side table in their house, never look at the thing, and then live by it. I got a theory about Pope Francis. I got a theory that this is the first heterosexual pope we've had in a while. Because he's very secure that he loves the pussy, so he's like, yeah, gay sex, let him have gay sex. Evolution, give it to him. You want to wear condoms? Go for it. I used to wear condoms. All the others were like closet homosexuals that were really hated being even thinking about they might be gay.
Right, because they're jaded because all the years of repression of their own sexual feelings that they projected onto everybody else. Like all gay haters typically do. Especially the Republicans.
I thought you were going to say, I think Pope Francis is the first atheist, and I was like, yeah, he might be.
First atheist pope.
That would be great.
Pope is actually a heterosexual.
Let's be real about this. Let's be 100% real. Do you think that the Enlightenment movement and the advent of critical thought is more progressed and superior to theocracy?
Yes, white power.
It's stupid. This is stupid. Like, this shouldn't even be a topic. This bitch is dumb. She should be shot.
Yeah.
The LagComp podcast position on this would like to rescind. Please do not reflect. I'm being our general counsel now, right now.
Jordan does not represent
represent
LagComp podcast in any way, shape, or form.